Hey, my name's Danny. I'm the community manager here at Runaway, and today I've got with me my friend Tim, who's the director of Runaway, and he's going to be answering some questions today for us. Cool. So thank you for sitting down with me here on this amazing couch.
Of course.
So this is a question that's been asked a lot in our behind the scenes series. What do you get up to in a typical day?
Okay, so in my role as director, I wear quite a few different hats. But the first thing I always try to focus on any given day is like what our design priorities are for the game. So obviously we're working both on Flutter at the moment and on our new game, which everyone will find out about soon. So there's a lot of things to juggle there, but usually try to say what's like the biggest design challenge that we have right at the moment. What's the thing that is going to have the best chance of expanding the player experience or making the game better, and sort of work away on that for a bit before all the emails start flying in, and a lot of the, I suppose, like production management and business management side of things sort of starts to chip away at the day. So that ends up being what I do for most of the day, is like production management and emailing with our partners and really just keeping the whole thing heading in the same direction. And then towards the end of the day I try to finish off with a little bit of design work as well. So bookend it with sort of getting in the weeds of the game development.
Cool. So so you're talking a lot about how you do kind of this design sort of thing. So is the design team like, is there a team that you work with, or like how does that process work?
Yeah, so we refined our design process and methodology over the course of a few games, and what we arrived at with Flutter we're really happy with, and we've stuck with for the last couple of years, and that is that we have a design team of 4 people, and they each represent a different discipline within the development group. So I'm the overall director of the product, and then we have our lead gameplay programmer and designer, which is Jeff, our lead artist, which is Emma, and then our producer on our publisher side at DNA, who's Maya, and she's primarily responsible for monetization. So the 4 of us have come to the design with quite a different sort of lens, I suppose, and what we're sort of trying to stick up for as far as the game's concerned. And generally how our process works is that we'll have 2 to 3 design meetings a week, where we will usually play a latest build of the game, where a bunch of the different sort of decisions have been implemented, and we'll discuss those and make decisions on what changes are going to happen next. And then we have a priority list of all the things we need to work through to decide on the design for an upcoming feature. So for example, if it's the social mechanics in the game, then we will say, okay, we'll bandy around a whole bunch of different ideas until we latch on to something that we really like. I'll generally go away and write that up as a detailed design document. So we have, instead of one massive design document, because the games, both of them are like constantly evolving, we generally have a whole series of like mini design documents which focus just on one thing. And then we'll iterate on that document, and when the design's ready, put it into the game and start to play it and start to critique it. And it's a really cool process because each of us have a very clear responsibility over the whole product, and we all sort of are comfortable enough with each other that we can kind of heckle each other and give each other a hard time and really fight for the thing that we are very passionate about, without sort of anybody getting upset. So it's good. A lot of the design discussions are usually very long and heated, but it's a fun process to be part of.
Fantastic. Yeah, so it sounds like you've got quite an unconventional role as far as being a kind of director of a games company is concerned. Mm-hmm. So that probably comes with the whole thing with Runaway being so small. Mm-hmm. What are some of the challenges you've faced and some of the benefits you've found from kind of having such a small team?
It's so being in a small team, you have to wear a lot of hats, obviously, and like as the team has grown as well over the last couple of years, it means that I've been able to hand over more of the roles that I've had to more specialist developers, which has been good. But when we started out, it was just a group of 4 of us, and I was doing the graphic design and all the detail of the game design, and the music, and the like helping out with the web design and writing all that sort of stuff. So obviously as we've gone on, that stuff has been passed on to like specialist external sound guys and specialist graphic designers and all that sort of stuff. So that's been really good. But it's also, as we've grown and our partnerships have expanded and things, it means that there's more to do on the like the business, and strategic side of things. At the moment, probably most of my job is spent on, most of my time in my job has been spent on, what's the forward vision for Runaway? How does this new game that we've got coming out interact with Flutter? What does it mean for Flutter? How do those games, like grow together, and then what will our next game be after that? And how will the company scale? And what sort of people do we need, to fill those roles that we have opening up and stuff? So it's, I suppose, like as the company grows, I've got less sort of responsibilities that are creating assets that end up in the game, but there's sort of different exciting challenges, which are more of a sort of strategic, director, business sort of thing.
Awesome. And I guess the other part of that is kind of like, as well as being a small team, we're kind of very tucked away at the bottom of the world.
Yeah.
How do you stay in touch with, I guess, like the greater games industry and with your players who are, I guess, mostly on the other side of the world?
Yeah, sure. Well, the work that you do in the community obviously is a big part of that. We really think it's important to spend the time interacting with our players, both through things like this and through the Facebook page, and make sure that there's stuff like constantly going into the game, and that we're doing something new every single week, so that people feel like the worlds that we're creating and curating for them really feel alive. Obviously all of that happens online, but when it comes to the business side of things and connecting with other developers and potential partners, it's all about just getting on a plane and going to mainly San Francisco, where our publisher is and where a lot of our other partners are. So I'm off there on Sunday, actually, to the Game Developers Conference next week, which will be very exciting. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year, and very excited to show off our new game to everybody, and to present a lot of the learnings from Flutter there as well. So it's a two-pronged approach, really, making sure that we stay visible through social networks online constantly, and also just get on a plane every couple of months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so just to finish off, I hear you've just completed an Ironman triathlon.
I did.
So congratulations. That's good. So I was just wondering, what else do you get up to in your spare time?
Well, honestly, like the last 3 months have just been like Ironman training and work, and that's been it, because training for that sort of thing is like a second job. But that was really rewarding and exciting. But I really love music, so my favorite thing to do is go to like live concerts and things. So I'm very much looking forward to the Coachella Music Festival in April, and apart from that, just playing games. So I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII again now on my PS Vita, which I absolutely love. It was one of my favorite games when I was a kid, and that's a real blast from the past and really inspiring stuff as we work on our design as well. And because when you're in the weeds of game development, sometimes you sort of it can be easy to forget why you're really passionate about this. So it's important, I think, to also stay playing games and go back and visit some of those ones that inspired you to be a developer in the first place. So yeah.
Cool. Oh, well, thanks so much for sitting down and talking
to
me here today.
Cool.
Rightio. So we'll be doing a few more of these videos in the future, so kind of keep your eye out for more of those.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we have here, Tim?
We've got some stickers. We've got some sticker packs that feature some of the different caterpillars and butterflies and things from Flutter. And so, as Danny said, we're doing more of these guys, so we're really keen for your questions, what you want to hear about in our development process and from our different art leads and programming leads and things. So we're going to ask you what questions should come next, and then the top 5 questions that end up going in and becoming questions in the show, you guys will get sticker packs with each of these stickers sent out to you to adorn your laptop or lunch boxes or whatever it might be.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Cool. See you guys next time.
Goodbye.